Deep in a lush, green forest, where the sun sparkles on a winding river, lived a very special animal named Cappy the Capybara. Cappy wasn't just any capybara. He was known far and wide as the calmest, most peaceful creature in the entire riverside forest. His fur was the color of warm cinnamon, his eyes were small and kind, and he always wore a gentle, sweet smile. All the other animals absolutely adored being around Cappy. He had a special kind of quiet magic. When he sat by the riverbank, soaking up the sun, tiny, colorful birds would flutter down and perch right on his head, chirping soft melodies as if he were a cozy, living tree. Turtles, with their slow and steady ways, would often paddle over to nap right beside him, feeling safe and secure in his presence. Even the silvery fish, who were usually shy and quick to dart away, would swim peacefully near his feet, their fins barely making a ripple in the water. Cappy's favorite thing to do was float. He would wade into the cool, clear river, lie back, and let the gentle current rock him like a cradle. He'd close his eyes, feeling the warmth of the sun on his belly and listening to the soft hum of the forest. The monkeys would swing from the vines above, chattering their greetings, and the butterflies would dance in the air around him. Life by the river was perfect, and Cappy's calm heart made it a paradise for everyone. He never rushed, he never worried, and his peaceful nature was as constant as the flowing water itself. One bright and sunny morning, something was different. Cappy woke up, stretched his legs, and ambled down to the river for his usual morning float, but he stopped in his tracks. The river, which was normally so serene and quiet, was buzzing with chaos. It was crowded. A whole troop of playful monkeys had decided the river was their personal splash park. They were jumping from the highest branches of the mango trees, shouting cannonball, and hitting the water with enormous splashes that sent waves rocking all the way to the other side. High up in the canopy, a pair of vibrant toucans were having a very loud argument. "I saw it first," squawked one, his brilliant beak pointing at a glimmering fish below. "No, I did. My eyes are sharper," the other shrieked back, flapping his wings in a huff. Their squawking echoed through the trees, adding to the growing noise. Downstream, near a sturdy structure of logs and mud, the beaver family was in a state of distress. "Watch out," one beaver grumbled, as a log, dislodged by the monkeys splashing, bumped right into their carefully built dam. "Our whole home is going to wash away if this keeps up," another complained, smacking his flat tail on the water in frustration. The peaceful, happy river had transformed into a noisy, messy, and very stressful place. The once harmonious sounds of the forest were replaced by a chorus of complaints and arguments. The gentle lapping of the water was drowned out by loud splashes and angry shouts. The air, usually filled with the sweet scent of flowers, now seemed thick with tension. Cappy looked around, his calm smile faltering just a little. He had never seen his friends so agitated and his home so chaotic. He knew that if something didn't change soon, their beautiful riverside paradise would be lost to all the noise and fuss. The chaos only grew worse. The monkeys started a splashing contest, trying to see who could get the toucans the wettest. The toucans, annoyed and dripping, began dropping berries on the beavers' heads in retaliation. The beavers, now furious, started pushing logs back into the middle of the river, creating a traffic jam for the turtles who were just trying to get to their favorite sunbathing spot. Everyone was shouting, "Move over! This is my spot, and you're in my way." The animals were all fighting for space, and no one was listening to anyone else. In the midst of all this turmoil, Cappy remained steady. He sat calmly in the middle of the river, the waves of chaos washing over him, and he listened. He listened not just to the angry words, but to the frustration and worry underneath them. He understood that everyone just wanted their own little piece of the river to enjoy. With his gentle heart full of understanding, he decided to act. He slowly, deliberately, walked over to the splashing monkeys. "My friends," he began softly, The river is for all of us." But the monkeys were too busy with their game to hear his quiet voice. "I'm winning," one chattered, ignoring Cappy completely. So, Cappy padded over to the bickering toucans. "Perhaps," he said in his calm tone, "there are enough fish for everyone if we just look together." But the toucans were locked in their argument, flapping and squawking so loudly they didn't even notice him. Cappy then approached the beavers. "Let's solve this together," he offered kindly. "Your dam is important." The beavers, however, were too busy grumbling and pushing logs to pay him any mind. Cappy sighed. His soft words were being lost in the loud noise of anger. Cappy realized that talking wasn't enough. He needed to show them a better way. Standing in the heart of the chaotic river, he took a long, slow, deep breath. Filling his big belly with air, he closed his eyes, letting go of all the noise and frustration around him. Then, he simply lay back and began to float. He didn't splash. He didn't speak. He just floated, a perfect picture of peace and stillness in the middle of the frantic water. His body was relaxed. His face was serene, and he moved only with the gentle rhythm of the river's current. Slowly, something magical began to happen. One of the monkeys, paused mid-splash, noticed the floating capybara. He stopped and just watched. Then another monkey stopped, and another. The splashing ceased. High in the trees, one of the toucans stopped squawking to see why the monkeys had gone quiet. He saw Cappy, floating so peacefully. He nudged his friend, and they both fell silent, mesmerized by the sight. The beavers, noticing the sudden calm, poked their heads up from behind their logs. Everyone, every single animal, became quiet. They all watched Cappy, this island of tranquility in their troubled river. The silence was more powerful than any shout had been. One by one, drawn by his calm energy, the animals moved closer. The monkeys waded in gently, the birds flew to a lower branch, and the beavers swam near. They watched Cappy's chest rise and fall with each slow breath, and without even realizing it, they began to breathe with him. In and out, in and out. The whole river seemed to sigh in relief. When Cappy finally opened his eyes, he saw dozens of pairs of eyes looking back at him, no longer angry, but curious and calm. The tension was gone. Now, they were ready to listen. Cappy smiled his gentle smile. "The river is big enough for all of us," he said, his voice now clear and easy to hear in the quiet air. "We just need to share it with kindness." He then began to help them organize. "Monkeys," he suggested, "how about this lovely deep pool for your splashing games? It's far from the beaver's dam." The monkeys chattered happily and swam over to their new play area. "Toucans," Cappy continued, looking up, "the water is clearest over by the waterfall. I bet you'll find the juiciest fish there, and you can take turns." The toucans nodded in agreement and flew off toward the sparkling cascade. "And beavers," he said, turning to the family, "we can help you build a little wall of stones right here to protect your dam from any floating logs." The turtles and other animals quickly helped gather smooth stones, and the beavers were overjoyed. Cappy helped find sunny logs for the turtles, quiet reeds for the fish, and peaceful perches for the birds. Soon, every animal had their own special space to play, fish, work, and relax without bothering anyone else. The river was peaceful once again, even more so than before, because now it was filled with the spirit of cooperation. The animals gathered around Cappy. "Thank you, Cappy," they cheered. "You taught us that getting angry and shouting only makes things worse. Staying calm and thinking together helps solve problems much, much faster." Cappy just smiled and floated contentedly, his heart full. He knew that peace didn't come from having the most space, but from having the most kindness in your heart.